Christina Universe Citizen presents In the Beginning, October 12, 2023. The game of Omnirational Universe is of EISEDP. Humans unwittingly misinform each other. Often, this is done with what we have learned from someone's knowledge and best intention. The best intention from day one articulated the will to survive by the minds in the underway matter. The underway matters comprise both human events and energy events in environment where humans coexist. Among human events are the irreversible, non-identically repetitive, experiences, intuitions, speculations, experiments, discoveries, productions. For easy recollection as a type of contextual parameter, I assigned my awareness of these human events an acronym: EISEDP, Synergetics 502.22. In any event, humans coexist to survive. Their survival depends on actions, reactions, resultants, the impulsive, compulsive, as well as the individual's anticipatory design, science, economic initiatives, correlating thought and action, thought and language, mindful of interrelating omnirational objectives. The objective is subject to the mentality, the states of mind in the underway human condition. When the human condition comprises any number of misinformed humans, their local environment controls would be different from accurately informed humans. So information can be inaccurate or accurate relative to the most economic way humans as complex systems can behave in a lifetime on planet Earth, which is a system in universe. Local problem solving on Earth by coexisting humans always involves the individual's brain and mind, its conceptual reasoning faculty of thought. In this entire regard, recognizing the inherently inviolable integrity of the individual is different from misinforming invalidation that intentionally invokes cultivation of suppressed individuals as subconsciously unrecognized individuality. Such cultivated, unrecognized, unacknowledged individuality becomes a traditional form that politically adheres to incurious resignation that typically is convinced by erroneous misinformation to further perpetuate propagating self and others' destruction values. Self-other destructive values exploit, harming to every reenacting degree of the tolerance magnitude's residual inaccuracies of observation and articulation ad infinitum, infinitely extending. The misinformation involves subsequent generations of humans on Earth who learn to coexist within environments of the human condition. It comprises human populations that can be devoted to the survival of the misinformation that has yet to be described, defined, measured in a conceptual clarification correlating to optimally economical degrees of cosmic freedom. Survival of a mind's cosmic order does not synchronize with cultivating incurious resignation that limits the human's survival choices to hopeless tolerance magnitudes of the residual inaccuracies that do not yet recognize the inherently inviolable integrity of the individual. In those cases, the individual is supplanted by a belief. The belief can be in any configuration, any deity that is said to be the one and only God, also spelled in uppercase God in the English language. The God of the belief system's exploitation in the value of doing harm is worshipped as a self-authorized, God-ordained permission to invalidate humans wherever they do not agree with the false premise. The false premise values destruction of life, limbs, human habitats, all that is essential for survival as a potential structural integrity contribution to the equanimity experiences. Destruction is a profit motivation of such profound disseminated misinformations that considers a human life as collateral, to pay for cultivated traditions, coincidental to cultivated incurious resignation, especially when settled into the practices of it. The practices of incurious resignation can lead to insanity as a possible articulation of the least economical way a system can behave in universe. It is unlike the most economical way a system can behave in universe relative to unity and self. Unity is plural, so otherness is always integrally interrelated, whether or not acknowledged as essential to coexisting survival. Barbaric extremes that presently are recurring on the world stage as vengeful retribution exemplifies the cultivated misinformation that convinces those who are involved in the potentially wide-spreading propaganda that they are serving the God of their value system, since it values exploitations of harm in the name of their deity. Then clearly such mentality is of this world's relative insanity, this world's grossly articulated misinformation, not consciousness evolution's sublime awareness of universes, cosmic motions, and eternal omniscient mind, EOM. Freedom from such barbarism, such cultivated false premises refer all systems and all thoughts to 6 uniquely differentiated components of the first subdivision of universe. Synergetic awareness of universe includes the visibility and invisibility of system. Synergetics 400.70. Humans can consciously include or exclude, admit or deny, universe eternal omniscient mind, EOM. But the integrity of the human mammalian species of each individual is a design in generalized principle. We are designed to inquire about the mind of us in principle. Consciousness evolution, therefore, is referential to the basic complex motion as consequences of the 6 degrees of freedom. Synergetics 600.664. Warring factions are insane. Insanity is the unstable mentality attempting to survive the cultivated misinformation that omits awareness of universe's 6 active and passive, omnidirectionally interarranged degrees of freedom. The game of omnirational universe is of EOM, not of the world's inherited PRJWBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief complexes, hierarchical matrix. PJW factors are detrimentally playing out on the world stage, demonstrating the extent to which such belief complex hierarchical matrix delusions are operating as a facilitation of self-other destructive information. The competing delusional mentalities continue from the cradle of civilization and its womb of permitted ignorance. By the way, womb and matrix are synonymous, from Latin, mater, for mother. Whether said or not, humans are designed in principle by eternal mind. The mind of us is referred to when a human thought describes the supreme intelligence of all systems in universe. Logically, it is all-knowing, therefore omniscient, transcendental in its velocity to the physical speed of all radiation, self-regenerating patterning integrities of coexisting system freedoms in principle, logically, would not operate to destroy the truth, love, beauty, symmetry, wisdom, maximum economy, TLBSWME, that humans can always learn more about. This is especially since doing so would engender equanimity, which naturally appeals to our humanity's omnirational, anticipatory, design, science, survival, alternative options. We have a model of equanimity, which is the vector equilibrium. To be continued in the beginning 18, ITB 18. Thank you. Reference Synergetics 400.01 through .664. Definition system. Synergetics 445.05 Initial Unity. Synergetics 502.22 EISEDP. Synergetics 536.40 Domain of a Point. Synergetics 703.12 Motion Traveling in the Direction of Least Resistance. Vector Flexor Foldiform, the Jitterbug Model. Contact Christina Universe Citizen at gmail.com. Thank you.